quick review of what we've been learning with the transformations. Um, First off, a reflection is that each corresponding point is equidistant from the line of reflection. Um, so let's look at a couple examples of that. Reflect this across the x-axis. Okay, the x-axis is right here. So we're going to reflect this. So if A is 1 away from the x-axis, then it has to be 1. The corresponding point has to be 1 away from the x-axis over there. That would be A prime. Remember, the new ones we give a little prime. B is 1 away from the x-axis, so B prime must be 1 away from the x-axis on the other side. C is 4 away, which means it should be 4 away on the other side, C prime. And then there's your reflection. Not too bad. We're counting straight across the line. Okay, what about reflecting it across the y-axis? Well, this one's interesting because C is 0 across the line, which means C prime is going to be 0 across the line. It's going to be right there. It's on the line. A prime is going to be there too. But B prime is 5 away, so B is 5 away, so B prime has to be 5 away too. Boom, there's your reflection across the y-axis. Equidistant across the line, all corresponding points. I went the wrong way. All right, so a translation is where the size and shape is preserved, but the shape is just moved to a different spot. So when this says translate xy to x minus 5 and y minus 2, we're just going to take all the xy points and subtract 5 from x and 2 from y, which means it's going to be ultimately moving to the left 5, and down 2. So A is here. If I subtract 5 from x, its x is 0. If I subtract 5 from that, it's going to be negative 5. And if I subtract 2 from its y, it's going to be down here at negative 1. So really, we went, like I said, left 5, down 2. And that's A prime. C is going to move left 5 and down 2. And B is going to move left 5 and down 2. There's your new image after the translation. There you go. It's just a movement. It's just a movement. This one says write the rule for this translation. So really, we're just going to count to the corresponding parts. Okay, right 2, right? So that went right 2, and it went down from 1 to negative 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5. So really, that just means I did not mean to make them exact opposite of what it was, but plus 2 and y minus 5. There's your rule. X and y went to x plus 2 and y minus 5. So if you were to follow that rule, it would work for all of them. X plus 2 and then minus 5. Plus 2 minus 5 takes you to the next object. Rotations. Each corresponding point is rotated the same amount around a point of rotation, and each corresponding point is also equidistant from the point of rotation. So counterclockwise, I forgot to give a point of rotation. I meant to say counterclockwise around A. So counterclockwise is the opposite way of a clock, so that way. It's going to rotate up 90 degrees. Remember, 90 is a quarter turn. So if we're at 0, this would be 90, 180, 270. 0 is also 360. So the quarter turn is going to make this AB now be standing up like this, right? Because that was the 90-degree angle right there. So that means AB, which is 5 units tall, is going to be up like this, which means this is going to be the new B. So B prime, standing up there now. This is my A prime. And C is going to be 1, 2, 3 units this way. 1, 2, 3. So C prime over there. there's a 90-degree rotation. It basically just stood it up onto this base here. All right. This one wants to go 180 degrees counterclockwise. And again, I forgot to give the point. I meant to say around the origin. So 180 degrees. How we're going to do that around this point, I'm just going to connect this A to this point here, the point of rotation, and then it's going to go, remember again, or 90, 180, 270, right? So 180's a full kind of half turn like this. And they're going to be equidistant from the point of rotation. So since A was one away, it's going to be one away here after it. So here's A prime, 180 degree turn around this point. C was 4 away from that point, so it's going to be down here. C prime. After that, 180 degree turn. And B is going to kind of follow along. It's going to be over here. It's 5 away, so it's down here like this. B prime. So little rotation around the origin, 180 degrees. That is a half turn all the way rotating around this point. If it's around a point that's not, on the object or anything, we got to be sure that the distances remain the same.